Hello there and welcome to my channel. I'm Marie. Today we are going to crochet the beautiful star stitch. This stitch creates a beautiful and decorative fabric that is also very dense. So it's great for handbags and washcloths and pot holders and a lot more. It's also a lot more simple to make than it looks, so let's get started. For this project, I am going to use this very nice and soft merino wool. It is Aran weight yarn. And for this particular pattern, I prefer to use a hook size that is a bit larger than what the yarn recommends. So I'm using a 6mm hook, or in the US a size J. I will also need a darning needle to weave in the ends, and some scissors to cut my yarn. To begin, I'm going to make a slip knot. So I'm going to form a loop, then place my working yarn behind the loop, grab the working yarn through the loop with my hook, and pull tight. And then I'm going to make a number of chains that is a multiple of 2. So for this little swatch, I'm just going to make 16 chains. So I will yarn over and pull through 16 times. To start the first row, I'm going to skip the first chain from the hook. So I'm not going to count the chain on the hook. I'm going to count 1 and 2. And I will insert my hook into this second chain and pull up a loop. And again, I'm going to pull up a loop through the next 3 chains. So again, insert, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop. So I now have 5 loops on the hook. I'm then going to yarn over and pull through all these 5 loops. And then I'm going to chain 1. So here's the first star stitch of the row. So to make the next one, I'm going to insert my hook into this little hole here called the eye of the star stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook and pull up a loop. Then I'm going to insert my hook into the last chain here that I worked into for the last stitch. So insert and pull up a loop. And I'm going to pull up a loop through the next 2 chains as well. So insert, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop. So I now have 5 loops on the hook. I'm then going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And again, I will chain 1. And I will just repeat this process all the way across the row. So again, insert into the eye of the stitch and pull up a loop. Insert into the last chain here of the previous stitch and pull up a loop. And pull up a loop through the next 2 chains. 1 and 2. I have 5 loops on the hook, so I will yarn over and pull through all 5. And chain 1. And again, repeat across the row. And here at the end of the row, I'm not going to chain one as I normally do. I'm just going to make a half double crochet into the very last stitch. So yarn over and insert, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3 loops. And row 1 is now complete. To start row 2, I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. To start row 2, I'm going to make 2 half double crochet into the first stitch. So again, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. And one more time into the same stitch. Next, I'm going to skip the next stitch and make 2 half double crochet into the next. So into the eye of the star stitch here from the previous row, I will make 2 half double crochet. And I will just repeat this process all the way across the row. So skip the next stitch and make 2 half double crochet into each eye of the star stitches from the previous row. And here at the end of the row, I should have 1 stitch left. So I'm just going to make a half double crochet into this very last stitch. And I'm going to chain 3 to start the next row. And I will turn my work. And as you can see here on the front side, I have a beautiful row of little stars. To start row 3, I'm going to insert my hook into the second chain here from the hook. So insert and pull up a loop. And I will do the same into the next chain. Insert and pull up a loop. And I will pull up a loop through the next 2 stitches. So insert, pull up a loop. Insert and pull up a loop. I now have 5 loops on the hook. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And then chain 1. And just like in row 1, I'm going to insert my hook into the eye of the star stitch and pull up a loop. And I will insert my hook into the last stitch here that I worked into in the previous stitch. Insert, pull up a loop. And I will pull up a loop through the next 2 stitches. So I now have 5 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And then chain 1. And I'm just going to repeat that all the way across the row. I have 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 5, and chain 1. And again, here at the end of the row, I'm not going to chain 1 as I usually do. I'm just going to make a half double crochet into the very last stitch. And I will chain 2 to start the next row and turn my work. And from here I can just go on and repeat the 2 previous rows until I'm satisfied with the length of my work. So again, I will make 2 half double crochet into each eye of the star stitches. And I will make a half double crochet into the very last stitch. Then chain 3 to start the next row and turn my work. And again, I'm on the front side of my work, so I'm going to make the star stitches in this row. So skip the first chain, insert, pull up a loop, insert to the next, pull up a loop, and pull up a loop through the next 2. Then yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And chain 1. And repeat all the way across the row. So here at the end of my last row, I'm going to fasten off my yarn. So I will cut my yarn, yarn over and pull my yarn tail all the way through and tighten my knot. And I will weave in my yarn tails here on the back side. So I will just attach my needle and weave in through the stitches. And I will just go back one more time to secure the yarn. And I will do the same thing with the other yarn tail. And we are now all done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. As always, make sure to give the video a like, comment down below if you have any questions, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you don't already. It is completely free and you get lots of free tutorials like this one. So I hope to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.